Hi, all my friends. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm T. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, thank you for watching my video. And if you have not subscribed yet, please make sure that you subscribe by clicking that red button at the below this video. So thank you again so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the content. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my pattern haul. So for this pattern haul, this is a Butterick pattern haul. And I went out and I collected a few of the newly released patterns from the spring collection of for Butterick. And I didn't collect that many because I'm not really a Butterick girl. I do like a few of their patterns and I like the styles of their patterns, but mostly I like the dresses, some of the dresses that they put out, and some skirts. And so that's basically what I was focused on, some of the newly released dress patterns. And yeah, so let me go ahead and get started with that. So as you can see, Butterick has new packaging for the new year, and it's a beautiful new packaging. I love this particular pattern here. It's the Butterick B67 22, and it's just a simple dress pattern. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that there are some buttons down the center front, but you're not going to use the buttons for closure. As you can see here, you have an elasticated waist. So the button detail is just that. It's just for details. And as you can see here, for the notions, you are going to purchase 1 yard of single fold bias tape, 7 5/8 buttons, and 1 1/4 yards of elastic. So as I mentioned before here, these buttons are just for style. The way in which you're going to get in and out of the garment is through the elastic here. So you're going to gather that waist. You have several different options of a tier dress. So here you have, for view A, you just have 1 ruffle. For view B, you have 2 tiers. And then you also have a belt that you can make as well. So it has a pattern for a belt, and there are no sleeves. So as you can see, you have just a really simple dolman type sleeve here, a rounded neck. And I think that would look really darling as a really simple Easter dress. And in fact, my daughter asked me to make this for her for Easter. So I'm in the process of cutting this out and making this for my daughter for Easter. Next is the Butterick B67 36, which is a dress pattern that has 2 different options of a dress with a flounce or tiers. So as you can see here for view A, this is like an asymmetrical tier that you're going to attach to an asymmetrical skirt. The skirt is elasticated. For view B, you have more than just 1 ruffle or 1 tier. You have a few different tiers. So this is the front. The front of the garment has like this asymmetrical style, but the back of the garment is not asymmetrical, as you can see. And this pattern calls for cotton blends, rayon, challis, and gauze. It's an average pattern, but I would say, honestly, it looks very, very easy to me. They probably rate it as average because you have different tiers that you're working with, but it's really simple to go together, and the closure is an elasticated waist, so I think it'll be really simple. The sizes are extra small, small, and medium, and you have 7 pieces. So I want to go back and talk about this one here because I forgot to mention what kind of fabrics you're working with. So for this one, it's gauze, challis, cotton blends, crepe, and silks. You have 12 pieces for this particular pattern. And I suspect most of those pieces are going to be the tiers here. And this is classified as an easy pattern. And this one, the sizes go from 6 to 14 and then 14 to 22. Next, I purchased the Butterick B67 23, which is also another pattern that has elasticated waist. It has a button detail, but again, that button detail is mostly for looks and for style. The main closure is going to be this elastic in the waist. You have two different versions of a dress. You can make a dress that has like a rounded hem that is, it has more of a straight silhouette. This one has more of a fit and flare silhouette here. You have two different versions of a sleeve. So for view A, you have a really short sleeve that drops just above the elbow here, and the sleeve it has elastic in the sleeve. You have a rounded neck for both versions. And then for view B, the sleeves are a little bit longer. You have a 3/4 sleeve with a tie on the end. And the skirt for this option, instead of it being like a rounded hem, it's just a regular straight hem. Here's the line art. You also have a belt that you can make for this as well. It comes with 11 pieces. It's easy. And the fabric suggestions are double georgette, challis, rayon, and crepe. And here are your notions here. You're going to have 5 1/2" buttons. And then you need 2 yards of elastic as well. So you have different lengths of elastic for the different versions, but I would just round it off to 2 yards of elastic there. Next, there is Butterick B67 27, which is another dress pattern. And as I told you all in my last pattern haul, I love my dress patterns. I'm a dress girl. I just love wearing dresses. So this is, again, Butterick B67 27. The size that I chose is the 14 through 22, but you can also purchase the size that I believe is 6 to 18. I'm sorry, 6 to 14 or 8 to 14. I can't remember, but you do have an option to purchase sizes that are smaller. So this is also a dress that has 2 different variations. And from what I can see, the variations are in the length of the dress and also whether or not you want to wear it with or without sleeves. But the dress itself, the bodice and the skirt are the same. This one here is a button front closure. As you can see, it's asymmetrical here. You have darts, a V-shaped neckline, pockets. There's a zipper in the back as well, which I don't quite understand why, but there's a zipper in the back. And like I said, the skirts are the same. It's just a different length variation. It is easy. It has 9 pieces. Fabric suggestions are linen, crepes, cotton blends, and challis. And for this version here, you can use bias tape. Or yeah, you can use the bias binding for like a contrast, or not binding, sorry, piping. Now for my last dress pattern, I chose the Butterick B67 29, which is this cute dress pattern that has like a flounce at the bottom. You have 2 different variations here. It has a midriff here, a rounded neckline, Version A is no sleeves, but you can use bias binding around the neckline, the armholes, and for contrast on the flounce as well. For version B, you have sleeves, and your sleeve have a flounce on it. It's a rounded neckline, again, midriff in the middle of the garment between the bodice and the skirts. You still have your flounce detail. And let me show you on the back what that line art looks like. Your closure is going to be a zipper that goes down the center back. It has 13 pieces. It's easy. And the fabric suggestions are crepe, linen, cotton blends, and challis. So I thought this would be really cute as a church dress. Lastly, I purchased this pattern, which is an older pattern, but it's still in print. And it is the Butterick B6328. And I purchased this because I want to make a few linen jackets, you know, open front jackets. And I couldn't find anything that I thought would complement my body as well as the linen that I have. And I came across this pattern here and I thought, hey, this would be quite cool. I want to make view C here, but without the stand-up collar. I would probably have like just a regular neckline there. As you can see here, it has 4 different variations. There's a vest of some sort that's really long in the front. You have a shorter vest that has the stand-up collar here. And then you have this view here, which is view A, which is just an open front jacket. And then you have view C, the open front jacket with a stand-up collar. Here's the line art here. It's an easy pattern. The description says it's loose fitting, unlined jacket, has stitched hems. B and C have a collar. D, the front extends into back collar. Wrong side shows. It has a very narrow hem on the front and the front hem line. And you need to purchase bias tape to finish your armholes for view B. Fabric suggestions are linen, challis, chambray, and broadcloth. So yeah, I love my recent Butterick pattern haul, and I'm excited about these new patterns of Butterick, and I can't say for certain when I'm going to make any of these. I do know that this is a pattern that my daughter wants me to make for Easter. So this one I should be making fairly soon, but the rest of them I cannot say for certain when I'll get around to them. I just liked them and thought that it would make a great addition to my stash. And some of them I had some ideas of how to do some pattern hacking and mashing with other patterns that I had in mind as well. Hopefully this upcoming week, I will be doing my review of the Simplicity, I think it's 8413 or 8418. It's a bomber jacket that I have made about a month and a half ago. I'm just so behind. I'm hoping to get that video up soon, so stay tuned for that, and I'll give my full review of that and show you my latest make with that as well, because I did make another jacket with that pattern. So stay tuned for all of that. And with that, I will talk to you all later. All right. Stay creative, my friends.